the hell wants to grow up?
Absolutely.
Who wants to grow old? Do you know anyone who just has one donut?
No.
Exactly.
Do I take sugar in my tea? I don't test my size.
Damn right.
Yes.
You are putting yourself in danger if you're not eating regular meat.
Hello, my loves. How are you doing today? It's your girl Era here, Mrs. A. Welcome to my channel and to all my new subscribers. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Midasi. Well, today is another exciting episode. One of the things that I keep talking about is becoming our best selves, or rather becoming the best version of ourselves. As you know, on this channel, we are looking at different things that helps us towards that journey. And one of the things that I have actually started paying more attention to is my health and fitness. This is a very major thing. It's a big goal for everybody, the young and the old. Ultimately, what life becomes for us, especially in our older years, really depends on how we spent our days, how we looked after ourselves. This includes what we eat, how we lived our lives. And so I have taken on myself to invite a very special guest, somebody who has taken years and years to research, to look for information, what works, what doesn't work, somebody who has tried it all, pretty much, to share with us what they know, and all in the spirit of learning something that can help us to become our best selves. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce to you Mr. Polo.
Wow. What an introduction.
Yes.
It's good to see you.
Same. Always excited to see you.
Before we say anything,
Mhm.
I have to really put out a disclaimer.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm not a medical doctor. All that you're going to hear today is what I've researched myself.
Absolutely.
And I've realized it works for me, and I just want to share the information.
Fantastic.
So, anyone's got any problems, please see your doctor.
Brilliant. Okay. Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Well, today we are going to talk about all things health,
yes,
all things fitness,
yes,
and even more exciting because we're going to be doing a few episodes. Talking about health and fitness is not something that we can do within 15, 20, 30 minutes.
Because it covers a huge...
Absolutely.
Huge.
So I would just really want to thank you. It's been such an honor having you. Okay. Mr. Polo is a health and fitness coach. He said a couple of things to me maybe 2 to 3 months ago that made a big difference in my life. We were having a conversation. I don't know if you remember this, but you just talked a little bit about how the body begins to lose weight. Mm-hmm. And at that point, I was kind of on a journey. I had almost started. Mm-hmm. And some of the information you shared with me, I was like, wow, it was really making sense.
Right.
And when I put some of the advice that you gave, including joining your Facebook page, which is the If Only Health.
Yes.
I have seen a huge difference in my life. Great. People have been saying to me, what are you doing?
Oh.
What have you been up to?
Wow.
Yes. So thank you so much for coming.
No problem at all.
I have a series of questions to ask you.
Okay. Fire away.
You are in the hot seat.
Ooh.
The spotlight is on you. Are you ready?
Yes.
Before we even start, Polo is so young at heart. Like, when I say young at heart, obviously he's a young man. But you should see him with the kids.
The 44 hours I'm lying on the job, so no, I couldn't go where I was.
I'm just like, what?
Mindset
is everything.
Who the hell wants to grow up?
Absolutely.
Who wants to grow old?
Absolutely.
With Zimmer frames and crutches? No, not for me.
Exactly.
Not for me.
So I'm just super excited.
Right.
I've got my questions on my phone.
Okay.
As I always do.
Okay.
So I'm just going to be, asking you, just fly away, take us with, whatever.
Okay.
Just take us on this journey. So, are you ready for the first question?
Fire away.
I was going to say first bullet. Okay. Can you share a bit about your background and why you went on this journey? And when I say went on this journey, to research about health and fitness, or basically, what have you done? How long has it been?
Yes. I suppose it all started about 2006. My mom was a diabetic for a long time, and medication she was given actually destroyed her kidneys, and she went on dialysis.
Right.
Her health deteriorated, and 2006 they went to Ghana, which is where I'm from, and she didn't come back. Complications and
so she was in the
UK.
UK.
She lived here. Yeah, she lived here.
So
they used to
she
go
went-
back every few times,
Right.
back and forth. But because she was on dialysis, when she went, she wasn't doing dialysis as often.
Right.
And then something happened.
Okay. I'm sorry
So
to
she,
hear that.
yeah, no. We went, did a funeral, came back. And I think in England, once you reach a certain age, 40 plus, you have to have this mandatory checkup.
Checkups,
So I
yes.
received one of those, went for the checkup, thought I was fit. Doctor said, well, there's a few biomarkers are rising. Do you have any situation, diabetics or anything genetic in your family?
Right.
I mentioned my mom. My dad was a diabetic. My sister, I have two sisters. One was a diabetic, taking insulin.
Right.
And the other one had gestational diabetes. And so, well, you have to be careful. I think, otherwise I said, whoa,
Yeah.
I'm not going to.
Definitely.
I'm going to do all the research. I don't want any of this.
Yes.
So then I started.
Wow.
And I remember YouTube. I just started then. I'm very stubborn. I didn't want to go anywhere near YouTube.
Right.
The WhatsApp. But I remember having to join YouTube because I was doing so much research.
Yeah.
And I joined YouTube, and they told me the categories that you actually want them to give to you. The rules.
Right.
And I take lectures, fitness,
Yes.
health. And one of the first ones that I was watching, I remember, was this guy wearing an old 40-doddy jumper. Turned it on, he was being interviewed. Apparently he was a university lecturer.
Right.
Interviewed by the kids. And he said, eggs was a superfood.
Right.
And you could live on eggs. I was like, what does he know?
That
Everyone
was
knows that eggs gives you cholesterol.
It was the Jarwasem.
Jarwasem. He said, I said, so eggs gives you cholesterol. But then he started explaining himself. He talked about how he'd worked with Dr. Atkins. I don't know if you know about Atkins. So a few years back, he brought out a book where it was called the Atkins diet. Then he mentioned the keto. He said, what the hell's keto?
Right.
First time I've heard that.
Yeah.
But I remember when my mom came back and the doctor told me I had to watch my biomarkers. I said, right, I'm going to get fit.
Yes.
I bought a bike. So I'm smoothing all the vegetables and fruit.
Yeah.
I remember going to the market, buying loads and loads of chickpeas.
Right.
Because someone told me chickpeas was good. So I bought them.
Oh, wow.
And you know what happened? I actually got boils.
Oh.
All of my body.
Because you had to.
Because of all the things I was following the guidance.
Yeah.
Yes, and I did push it a little bit.
Yes.
It took me ages to get rid of the boils. My health was actually deteriorating.
Yeah.
I was doing what they said I should do. So listen to this guy. The eggs, the keto. You mentioned Jeff Volek. I said, Jeff Volek. I saw it, and I found this book, The Art and Science of Carbohydrates.
Right.
Low carbs. Oh. So that was it.
That sounds deep. Art and science.
Yes, and that was my journey. I got into it, and there's an old maxim that says, once the student is ready, the teacher or the master will come.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so from here, I went on to Dr. Wallach, who did explain to me about vitamins and minerals.
Right.
The journey just started from there.
Amazing.
And the funny thing is that you find all these things, you get excited. You tell your friends, I go,
yeah.
oh, but you can get rid of diabetes. Yeah, okay. Do not have hypertension.
Yeah.
You're looking in, you turn it on. Wherever you go, the metabolic syndrome is getting worse.
It is?
It's everyone's getting sick.
Yeah.
But people just don't want to, seemingly don't want to get healthy.
Absolutely.
Maybe they don't know.
Yes.
So that was my journey, and it's brought me up to now.
Wow.
To what I do.
Very, very insightful, very inspiring. And I just like the fact that, something happened. You didn't just sit, because I'm sure there's so many people who have lost loved ones through certain illnesses. And even when they're told by the doctors, they will probably think, well, it's in the family. I'm going to go down with it anyway. Yes, exactly. So that's where mindset comes in. And we're going to go into all that. Because I know you've got all that goodness to give us. Amazing. Thank you so much. Thanks for sharing this with us. And obviously, I didn't know anything about this history, but I'm very inspired by it. Thank you. Right, next question. Are you ready?
I am.
Okay, so what are some common misconceptions about fitness that you encounter, and how do you address them?
Well, the biggest one are these, what your doctor will tell you.
Yeah.
Eat less, move more.
Right.
The fitness industry has grown.
Yes.
Everyone's got YouTube, they got all the information.
So much.
And people are still getting, they get more and more weight.
Yeah.
They're getting sicker and sicker.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
they're thinking, what's going on?
Yeah.
Is the information right? Or, I see people in the morning jogging. I'm talking with big people. Personally speaking, I don't think they should be jogging, but there they are, they're hard at it. And they're thinking, well, good on you.
Yeah.
But they're not going to lose that weight by jogging. Now, do you know a donut is about 300 calories? Now, if you have a donut with coffee in the morning, do you know how long a walk you have to do before you can get it off, work it off?
Tell me.
50 minutes.
50
One
minutes.
donut.
You must be
50
kidding
minutes,
me.
yeah. Walking pace. 50 minutes at walking pace.
Wow.
If you run, it will reduce it to maybe 40 minutes or half an hour. But who the hell want these guys will running? If they put something in their mouth, because they know they're going to the
Yes,
for
to
a
burn it
walk,
off.
Yes,
Yeah, that's the whole.
the whole of their exercise they've done
Will
they
only
feel
burn that.
good. But if they're doing it for weight, they're not bad.
It's not going to wait.
Yes.
Yeah.
So one of the biggest out there is eat less, move more. Eat less, move more. It doesn't work.
I see.
It doesn't work. There are certain strategies they have to use if you want to lose weight. It's certain you do if you want to be fit and active.
Right. Amazing. Wow. That donut bit is a shocker.
Yeah. And one thing, do you know anyone who just has one donut?
No.
Exactly.
No.
Yes.
It's tempting.
Exactly.
Wow. And then obviously with the donut, they sprinkle sugar on top.
Sugar on top.
The reason why I don't eat donuts is I don't get that whole sugar on top.
Okay.
Business. I'm like,
I must,
there's
I
enough
must,
sugar in
I
there.
must admit, my favorite is the...
The sugar on top.
No. There's the custard one.
The custard
The
one
yellow
is
one, the
good.
custard one.
But I hope you don't take the one with the sugar on top though.
Oh, it's funny. Whenever we have visitors,
Yeah.
whenever automatically thinking, oh, let me grab donuts, let me grab biscuits, let me grab this.
Yeah.
Because
You just grab
society,
it. Yeah.
they've told us this is how
Yeah.
we should be eating, but it isn't. If you're watching your weight, if you're turned on to health and fitness, then you don't. But every now and then it doesn't.
Every now and again, yeah. If you're tuned to health and fitness, not sugar on top.
No sugar on top. No donuts.
No,
No sugar.
sugar on top.
No sugar
Do
on
you know
top.
what?
No
I
donuts.
am trying so hard. I could tell you that these days for me to take tea without sugar, my goodness, something has happened. Yeah,
Tea
I
without
always would take tea with at least 2 teaspoonfuls of sugar.
Okay.
It's been like
So you stopped?
forever. I have stopped.
Okay.
No sugar in my tea.
Right.
You can ask my husband.
Right.
Do I take
So-
sugar in my tea?
So, no. so you don't have sugar. What do you have
But
with the
sometimes when
tea?
you ask me to make the tea, I put one sugar.
Yeah, he's very cheeky and he
Okay.
put a little bit of sugar. And
A
he
little
would
bit of
tell me,
sugar.
oh, just a little bit.
Well, here I'm going to educate you.
Okay, go on.
So he puts 1 sugar. You might put 2. What do you have the tea with? Imagine, let's say.
No,
it's
I
not
don't put. I
donut.
don't take it anymore. I don't put anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
But when you used to.
Before,
Yeah.
yes.
And what would you have your tea with?
Oh, please don't ask. That is the worst part. I remember when I had my little boy, I was like, okay, I don't want to put on weight, so I stopped eating our usual when you give birth, fufu.
Yeah.
You know, I
Like
stopped
the
eating
Ghanaian
fufu,
food,
and
yes.
so I was like, no fufu,
Pure
no, I want to know about poor carbohydrate. But guess what? I was starving,
Yes,
and I was
you will.
having tea. Are you ready for this?
I am.
With biscuits. And I used to have
Listen, it's
full
a-
biscuits.
it's a British
sugar.
thing. It's a
yes,
British
but
thing.
full blown sugar biscuit. I will have like 3 or 4. Sometimes when I have 2, it's not enough.
Yes.
Polo. If I tell you how much weight I gained,
Yes.
you won't believe it.
I'll explain that to you.
Yeah.
People might even choose crackers, cream crackers. And do you know
Yeah.
cream crackers?
Oh, yes.
Supposed to be the healthy choice.
Yes.
Okay.
Tell me about it.
They might say, in England, we have this British breakfast.
Yes.
And then there's the continental breakfast.
Yes.
The continental one, I think, is like croissant,
Yeah.
dark coffee,
Yeah, cheese
a little
and-
bit of, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what they don't know, or what people don't actually learn, is that whatever goes into the body is registered.
Yes.
Everything that you put into your mouth, it comes under either protein, carbohydrate, or fat.
Yeah.
Now, the body, once it actually melts, the body doesn't care where it comes from. As long as it's getting it in the blood, that's what it's interested in. And once you put the sugar in your mouth or in your tea, well, there's one or two, there's a reaction.
Yeah.
And that reaction is what actually brings you down.
Yes.
That's your downfall.
Yes.
You have to take another action, because there are certain times when you can take carbohydrates and actually not like you're going to lose weight, but it's good to it's give you the energy.
Need that to burn. Okay.
So there are certain ways.
Very, very, very insightful. Thank you so much. And I really like that bit of talking about the various like fats, carbs, and protein.
Yeah.
And I think that is very important when it comes to dieting. And I use the word diet very, carefully.
Well, the word die is in dieting, isn't it?
Exactly.
The word die. You're going to die.
It's scary.
You know you're going to die.
It's so scary because I've had, in the name of diet, taking certain steps that just did not work. Not eating and starving and eating the wrong things and all of that. But we'll go into all that because we've got a lot to cover there, isn't it? So we'll move on to the next question.
Okay.
Why do we gain weight? Why do we get big?
I'm going to open your eyes. And once you know this, it's simple, but it's not easy.
Yes.
Okay. So I said earlier on that everything that we eat comes under three categories.
Yeah.
It's the carbohydrate, the fat, protein, and the fat.
Yeah.
Now, the carbohydrate and the fat are therefore energy. They are the body's source of energy.
Yeah.
You take that in, you're going to get your energy. Me talking, blinking, all the movement,
Everything.
it's the carbohydrate you're using. So you can't go without.
Yes.
And it's so important that even if you don't take it in, your body will make it. Okay? So carbohydrates, protein, and fat. Protein is the building block of this body of yours.
Yeah.
Your beautiful body, every part of it is protein.
Yeah.
Every part of it. Obviously, we have the muscles.
Yes.
We have the ligaments.
Yeah.
We have the joint and all that. Building blocks.
Yes.
So food goes into your mouth. Do you know what saliva is for?
It helps with digesting.
Yes. It's breaking down.
Wait, you are still testing me science.
Damn right. Damn right.
Like that.
Yes, there will be more questions.
Oh,
So you put in your mouth, likely actually start breaking down carbohydrates.
Yes.
Through the esophagus, into the belly.
Yeah.
Belly churns it all out.
Yes.
Melts it all down. Then it goes into the tubes. Do you know that once it's in your belly, before it actually goes into your intestines,
Yes.
the gap between, it's called the pyloric sphincter. It's about a centimeter open.
Very nice.
The food in your belly
To go through.
So the body doesn't actually allow a lot of flow to go through. However, imagine if you've taken something like soda water, Coke or something like that, it goes
Straight.
through.
Oh.
And anything that digests very, very quickly goes straight through. So
Soda drinks.
yes, soda drinks and most carbs, let's say rice, pasta, all those
Go easily.
they go very, very easily.
Wow.
Meat. You must have heard people say meat takes ages. And it does. Because even if you boil the meat, it takes ages before it doesn't it? So if you have meat in your belly, it ain't going to go through that hole. Because first there's chunks. Anyway, so everything that you go through, once it goes through that sphincter into what we call the duodenum, that's where the action takes place. Right. So it's melted already, it goes in there, and then things kick in then. Now, it's prepared because it's very, very acidic. Your belly says there's alkaline that's added to it, and then some enzymes are added to it, insulin's added to it.
Yeah, right.
Insulin is the storage hormone. However, any carbohydrate that goes into the body needs insulin to push it into the muscles so that you can use it.
Right.
Any carbohydrate that goes in there, broken down into simple sugars, into the body, goes into the bloodstream, insulin grabs it and then shows it where it needs to go. Once you have insulin in your body, you cannot lose weight. Why? And I want you to say this after me. Insulin is a storage hormone.
Insulin is a storage hormone.
Yes. Insulin is a storage hormone.
It's a storage hormone.
Good.
Now, insulin is called upon whenever there's carbohydrates in your system. And don't get me wrong here, I'm not mincing words. Carbohydrates, sugar, energy, glucose, fructose, maltose, sucrose, don't, all those. Yeah, all carbohydrates. But it doesn't care where it came from. He doesn't know.
Yes.
When it's jam, bread, whatever. So you have to know your carbohydrates. You have to know your fat and you have to know your protein. When insulin is in the body, you're not going to lose weight. It's a storage hormone.
Right.
So it melts it down, goes into the small intestine from the duodenum and then there's this thing called villi. This is where the absorption takes place.
Right.
Okay. It's a little bit like your carpet.
Yes.
You know?
It goes. But
Little
like pockets in
yes.
there. Okay.
And even the little pockets also have little pockets in it.
Yeah.
Like if you were to take all those lower villi and spread them all out to cover half a tennis court.
What?
Yes. Your stomach, your small intestines. That's where the absorption takes place. So then it goes into the blood and then insulin is. So once insulin's grabbed it, put it into the body, if the body stores are full, it goes back to the liver. Liver says, oh, plenty here, let me store it for later on. A rainy day.
Right.
That rainy day never comes. Now, if you've had a breakfast, you go, I say 2-3 hours, your glycogen store's gone down, the insulin has done all its duties, the sugar blood level has come down, then you still, man, I'm not picky. I'm getting really hungry here. What are you going to go for? It's lunchtime. You're at work, it's lunchtime. You're going to go for a sandwich.
Yes.
You know, sandwich, maybe some salad, you know, croutons on it.
Yeah.
Carbohydrates. Yes, you got some salad on it, but
You still got the sandwich, the
yes,
bread.
it starts again. The whole cycle starts again. So you had your breakfast, you came down, but before you went to real low, you fed again.
Yeah.
And then something happens. After 3 or 4 hours, you're hungry again. And what do? You add it. So
Potatoes and...
yes, going up and down, up and down, up and down. Your body doesn't get time to use the energy you stored. There is a time when it does when you're asleep.
Right.
When you're asleep, it takes roughly about 4 hours for the body to do all this stuff. So when you're asleep, let's say about 2-3 o'clock, it's used because the brain uses a lot of energy.
Yeah.
And so your energy level will go down, and then the body thinks, oh, where's the glucose? The guy's asleep. She's not moving much. She's not active about the work. Where's the glucose? Oh, I stored something. What's there? So it switches and starts using the fat that was stored.
Right.
So you get up about 6-7 o'clock, starry-eyed. Hungry.
Oh.
What shall I do? Cornflakes.
Yeah.
Oh, bread. Oh, pasta. Well, you don't have pasta in the morning, you know. Bread, you know, toast.
Yeah.
And then this starts again. So
More carbs and...
some more carbs, and then you just put on weight bit by bit.
But this is, it's so hard because, you know, like all the food that we're talking about, and that is there.
It is.
This is the food that is so easy to grab.
Right.
This is the food that is everywhere. And I think that is where some of the challenge can come, isn't it?
Well, the food industry, they know what you want. They know what it is. They know what the sweet spot is, you know. They get all these food enticing, looking good, tasting good.
Honey nuts, crunch and all that.
Yeah.
I'm just like, the cornflakes is sweet enough. Why you put it all more honey?
Yeah, and then exactly. So you're fighting a battle, you know.
Yeah.
If you don't know, if you don't make yourself aware that all carbohydrates become sugar, all carbohydrates. Protein becomes amino acids, fats become fatty acids. In the body, we have something called essential amino acids. I don't know if
essential amino acids. I have heard of it, but I don't know much.
When the protein is broken down, it becomes amino acids.
Yes.
The body, there's roughly 20. The body can actually make roughly 10. But the other 10, they are essential amino acids. You need to ingest them.
Okay.
Okay. And with the fats, you must have heard of fatty acids, essential fatty acids. So when the fats are broken down, there are some that your body can't make.
Yes.
I mean, 3 and 6, and you actually ingest them. We have essential amino acids, essential fatty acids, but when carbohydrates is broken down, there is no essential sugars, no essential carbohydrates, meaning your body doesn't need it. You don't have to eat carbohydrate. As I said, the food industry, they want you to eat it. They make it crunchy for you, make it nice for you.
Yes.
So if you want to lose weight, you have to remember these 3 macronutrients.
Yes, carbohydrate, protein, and fat.
Yes.
Okay.
Carbohydrate needs the insulin. Insulin is a what?
It's a storage hormone.
It's a storage hormone. And everyone has to understand this. Insulin is a storage hormone.
Yeah.
And is there for the carbohydrates.
To store it.
Yeah, you need it a little bit for the protein as well, for the amino acids, but not on the so much.
Yeah.
So if you are to draw a curve,
Yeah.
when the glucose goes into the blood, before it comes down. When the protein, amino acid, goes into the blood, it's... And when the fat goes into the blood, it's like... So, in essence, if you were to eat fat, there's no insulin.
Right, okay.
Insulin is a storage hormone. So we want to keep insulin down.
Right.
But
Okay.
fat doesn't trigger insulin.
Anything. Yeah.
It doesn't trigger.
Yeah,
So
okay.
you can have a butter, you can have a stick of butter if you want. In the morning, you will still be in that fat burning mode.
Right.
Because remember, I said that when you sleep, around 4 hours after that, so around 2, when you get up in the morning,
Yeah.
you are in fat burning mode.
Wow.
So if you don't put anything sweet or carbohydrate in your mouth, you are going to keep that fat
Burning fat.
all
Right.
the way through. You can have something like an egg, no carbohydrates. So you have a little blip for maybe an hour, an hour or two, and then go straight back into fat burning mode.
Right.
So, yes, the reason why a lot of people can't shift the weight, can't lose the weight is because,
Of what we're consuming.
yes, the carbohydrates.
More carbs.
So
Yes.
if you want to know how you're getting bigger and bigger, that's the reason. You're asking insulin to come save the carbohydrates, put them into your body, and it's continuous.
Non-stop.
continuous.
Yeah. Wow.
So,
That is very, very, very good information.
yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Right, let's see. So that kind of goes into the next question. I think you've answered the next question because I asked, why do we gain weight?
Right.
And the next question I was going to ask is, why do we struggle to lose it? So you've kind of touched
In
on
the food
it.
industry, they make sure that whatever you
not-
eat,
all the temptations
or not
and
even get
everything.
cravings. Anything that tastes sweet is carbs.
It's carbs because it breaks down
is
the
sweet,
sugar.
Yeah. Sugar is sweet. And in fruits, a lot of people, they get up in the morning and they'll make, especially when they are,
Smoothie.
they'll make a smoothie.
On the diets.
Fruits contain fructose. Fructose is very special because, like alcohol, only the liver can metabolize fructose.
So, you've said a lot and, there's a lot of information in there. Very, very important information. Some of the things you're talking about, I didn't even have a clue.
Okay.
So thanks for that. But then, I think we've kind of dived into, all these keywords that are very important. And you have even talked about, the different organs in the body and how it breaks up and all that. To make it very clear, in a layman's understanding of how can we lose weight, just in case somebody doesn't really understand all this scientific
So
aspect.
I'm not even going to mention insulin. But,
Okay,
but what is
so give
insulin?
it-
That storage hormone, I'm not going to mention it.
Yes, so give it to us like that, like
Right.
the layman's.
So you want to lose weight. When you are asleep and after 4 hours you wake up in the morning, you are in fat burning mode.
Okay,
You want to keep that fat burning mode as long as possible.
yeah,
So if you can, go without breakfast. Stay in that fat burning mode.
right,
If you can't, then you have to have something with no carbs at all.
at all.
Okay, so that means eggs, sausages, burgers, bacon, that kind of stuff. That's if you have to.
Yes.
If you don't have to, go without. Keep that fat burning mode going to maybe about midday. Okay, and then have something with salad, but have protein with salad.
Yeah,
You see, have your salad with chicken, tuna,
yeah,
salmon, avocado, something like that.
yeah.
And then that should fill you up. And then in the evening, so you break your fast around 12,
Yeah,
around 6, 7, have another protein, a more proteinous meal.
Miriam, did you say 6, 7? Well, you mean for the dinner?
Yeah, some people, they eat.
I normally have it a bit early.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
That's good, because so if you can break your fast around midday,
5-ish. Yes.
midday, and then you finish, and then you finish your main meal by 6, great. The
Yeah.
other things that you have to make sure you don't snack.
Yes.
So how do you lose the weight? Keep that fat burning mode in the morning going as long as you can. That's without putting anything in your mouth. If you have to, make sure it's an egg, meat, base, something like that. Protein.
Yeah.
Right. Once you've broken it in the afternoon, have salad. Salad is fibrous, I've explained.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the evening, you can have another protein-heavy food.
Right.
Okay, you can have a little bit of carb at that time because you're going to go to bed.
Yes.
It will be used while you're asleep, you know. So you can have a little bit of carb with, you know, but go for the salad, go for the vegetables, go for the protein, high protein meals in the
Right.
evening.
Okay.
And then once you go to sleep, it's going to start again. The brain will use up all the energy there is. By the time you wake up, your body is empty.
So that explains why we wake up feeling hungry and the belly
Yes,
is
because your
empty.
blood
The
glucose
body
has gone
used it.
right down.
Right.
Blood glucose has gone down. The body eats up all the energy.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Fantastic. Wow. That's very, very, very useful information there. It kind of makes you understand how the body works. And obviously when you are eating things or when you are not choosing not to eat things, i.e. fasting, then you understand where it's going. So
Before you wrap it up, fasting and dieting, two big difference.
Yes.
You see, dieting is eating less.
Yeah.
Fasting is going without.
Yeah.
If you're eating less, you must still be eating something that stimulates insulin. So although you're eating less, you're storing.
Yeah.
You're still storing.
It's still something. But
so you have to be careful. Yeah. So fasting is one thing, dieting is another.
Yes, and I think we would actually dive into fasting a lot more when we do other interviews, because I think that's something I wanted to shed light on. Because intermittent fasting is
it's huge now,
all over the place now, all over the place.
But it works.
Yes, and it does work. Yeah, absolutely. Brilliant. Well, thank you very much. I think this is sort of rounding it up. Yes, very important. I wanted to explain about calorie deficit, because that is another thing that's come up a lot. Now, from what I understand, there is, people would just understand what calorie deficit, can't even say the word deficit.
Yes.
Calorie deficit is.
Yeah.
But then are there things that we really need to understand about calorie deficit, or just knowing that, okay, I have a calorie deficit of this, and I can eat X amount of carbs, and I can go beyond.
When I hear the word calorie, it really winds me up.
Okay.
Do you know how it came about, calorie?
No, you tell me.
So it's a physics thing.
Right.
Back in the 18th century, early 18th century, some French physicists wanted, I don't know if you did about the Industrial Revolution, where it started in England with steam engine, and then they did trains and all that, Yes. And the physicists wanted to know how much energy it took to boil water at a certain, because they used to use steam then.
Yeah.
And he wanted to know how a gram of energy to burn a gram of water, to heat a gram of water to get that energy.
Yes.
And he coined it as calorie. They used to use what they call a calorimeter.
Right. Yes.
A bomb calorimeter. Bomb calorimeter. That's the actual instrument that you made to evaluate how much energy it took to raise the water by a gram. So then people started using it to see how much the food was burning, to know how much energy was in the calorimeter.
Yeah. Right.
So they'll put, let's say your bread, they'll put in the calorimeter, turn it on, and then the energy it released, they say, so this got so much energy inside it. Okay? So that's physics.
Right.
Let's put the bread in there, let's see how much energy is in the bread. And so then someone compiled all that information. So bread is this energy, apple is this much energy, this is this much energy. Right. If you eat all this, and you should be eating this much, then you might go above what you should be eating.
Yes.
Or you might go below what you're eating. So calorie, that's where the word calorie comes from.
Right.
However, do you know what your maintenance calorie is?
For women on average, I think it's 2,200.
2,000? I don't know. And I tell you what, no one knows.
Sorry,
no one knows.
Right, so hold on a minute. Hold on.
It was made up.
Was it made up?
It's made up.
You must be kidding me.
There's a guy who's called Atwater. He realized this newfangled thing about calories, compile the whole book about what each food has the calorie, put it all together, everyone say, oh, well, then I shouldn't eat this, shouldn't eat this, put it together, and everyone said, oh, well, your woman's level is this much, man's level is this way, so if you got below that, you go below that, you're going to starve. So look, we are not physics. We are bio. You see, humans are bio.
Yeah.
We don't burn the energy. What we gotta do if you go into it, we can do, but we don't burn it with fire. For something to work, remember I mentioned insulin earlier on?
Yeah.
You're either using insulin and enzymes to burn the food. We don't use energy that isn't physics. We're not physics.
Yeah.
We are biochemistry and so we use hormones and enzymes to burn our energy. So when I hear people going on about, I need to go under a certain caloric deficit, we're the ones we are. However, caloric deficit means you got a certain maintenance, which is bogus. Everyone's got a different maintenance. Yeah, I don't know what mine is. You don't know what yours is. Let's take it to.
But it just take the average.
Yeah. So let's take it to 2,000. Okay. So they say, eat less.
Yeah.
You're eating less. The body's not stupid. Within a few days, it realizes that,
You've gone below.
what I used to have, I'm not getting anymore.
So
What should I do?
go down to that level.
So it brings him down to that level. So you're eating less.
It's got.
I'm not getting that. Body's thinking, I'm not getting all this energy. You know what? I'm not going to get it as much. I can't use the same energy. So it's going to start restricting the energy. So I'm going to feel cold.
Yeah.
I'm going to feel hungry. The extremities, your hands will get cold.
Yeah, the sick.
Energy level go down.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, within a few days, it might level off. The body get used to it.
Whoa.
But if you go in a little bit above it one day, it's going to get stuck. Because now the body's used to that new
So
level.
if you go above it, then it's going to start soaring.
So now you're messing up with your actual metabolism.
Yeah.
And really are. Because you brought it down.
And now
The body's used to it. So you will lose a little bit of water weight, and you say, okay. But as soon as you go above it, boom, the body stores because now the body's thinking, this is my new norm now.
Right.
And then you go above the new norm, then you get it fat. And that's what they call it, the yo-yo diet.
Whoa.
Because you're bringing it down.
Take it out.
Yeah, the body is coming down with you. Then you're on maintenance. You get me? You are on maintenance here when you get 2,000. You're 80.
Yes.
So when you brought it down, then the body comes down. So now whatever you're not the weight.
Yeah.
You're not losing weight, you've got to go down again.
Yeah. So what then, at this point, should a person do?
Right, so it's IF, intermittent fasting.
Right.
Really do. Yeah, so go fat burning mode or choose your food carefully. Don't go on a diet. Eat the foods which do not activate
Insulin. Yeah.
Choose the food, and that's protein.
Yeah.
Protein is a building block. You need protein. You need protein.
So you
know what? I said about insulin being a storage hormone. Here's another one. Protein can't be stored.
Yes. That's the one that is a very good
Protein can't be stored.
Yes.
So if you were to eat loads, there's people on a carnivore diet these days.
We'll
Eat loads of meat to them. Come and eat. The body will break it down into the amino acids. You say, I've got loads of amino acids here. What should I do? Don't eat this. Flushes it back down in the blood into the kidneys. Kidneys say, we've got too much of this. Whoosh, straight in your system. And out comes through urine, feces, sweat, whatever it is, the body gets rid of it.
Right.
You eat protein within 3 hours, the body uses what it needs.
And gets rid of the So let's see here.
Storage hormone, protein, not stored.
Right.
What you can do. Now, fiber can be stored either because it goes straight through, can be broken down. So keep fiber and protein, you will lose all the weight.
I see. So get rid of the carbs.
Yes.
Keep up with the protein.
Yes.
And the fiber.
Yes.
And the way to go.
The way to go.
So
you will not be hungry.
You won't be hungry because you make full enough along.
Yeah.
Because that is the journey that I've started going on now, where I'm meal prepping my foods and I'm eating like more of the meat. Like I prep just
A
meat.
lot of people don't like meat. You can do fish.
Meat of fish, yeah. Chicken. I just have steak. I love my meat.
Oh, good girl.
I love meat.
I mean, sorry.
No offense, guys. There's anybody who is like, but I have it because I realize that it keeps me full for longer. I have the meat and I have I'm just cutting meat and I have the
That's a little side to this. I mean, we just bumped fist there.
Yeah.
Look, women behind their cycle.
Yeah.
So a lot of blood being lost.
Oh.
You cannot get your iron, your B12 and all that
Yes.
from plant.
Yes.
You can have all the vegetables you want.
Yeah.
You're not going to be making that. You can have all the iron you want. You know, it's not going to make you hemoglobin.
No.
You know?
Yeah.
You want a woman on their cycle, you need that B12.
Something.
You need the meat.
Yeah.
And I know some of them morally, religiously or something, they go with that, but
Yes.
you are putting yourself in danger if you're not eating regular meat. You want my wife was anemic.
Oh.
And we did not know what to do. She doesn't like meat, you know. But slowly, the beef, the liver, you know, slowly leveled off. Once you've leveled off, then maybe you can try more vegetables, more fish. And you can beat beef and beef liver if you want to improve your anemia.
Anemia. Okay.
Like, for blood, we'll take it.
Right. Lovely. So I think very important. And going back to the question of how do we lose weight, the carbohydrate is the big enemy.
Anyway, it really is.
Yeah. Protein, the body does not have a mechanism for storing it.
No.
So when you eat the protein, it will take what it wants and get rid of the rest. And then obviously the fiber.
The fiber is also carbohydrate.
Yes.
I don't want anyone writing and saying, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Fiber is, leafy greens, vegetables aside, they are carbohydrates.
Yes.
But because of the fiber, because it can't enter the bloodstream.
Yes.
It's like
It's also acid bad. Yeah.
acid bad.
Yeah. So, okay. So good. Well, I guess this is a lot of information.
Yes.
But basically, just getting that understanding of eating right. I think that is the main thing to pick up here. Diet is like a scary thing and people don't want to know. Sometimes we just go without food. I have done it before in the past. I'm not going to eat anything. I have all these soups and meat staring at me. Might as well go take the ladles, look through it, and take the bigger chunk of meat.
But hopefully, now that you know that you can have
He's
your
not
protein,
enjoying without me.
now that you know you can have your protein, go for the soups.
Of course.
Why not have the soup alone? You don't have to have something else.
And absolutely.
Rice, not that.
No.
Go for the soup alone.
Soups, yes. And he's not enjoying it alone now. So, and then he will have that, and I used to have tea or biscuit. Wrong choice. Very dangerous. Exactly.
You are starving.
Exactly.
You
Not
know,
enjoying anything.
This thing goes straight back up again.
Exactly. I must have my before soup. Do you know what I mean?
Wow, I'm just enough of food. Yeah, I think you got to expect people off for food.
Exactly. Oh, well.
Google it.
Go, yeah, go, if you don't know Fufu is Google it out. Fufu is just, wow. I think Fufu is, well, Fufu is a Ghanaian delicacy. We love it. Everybody loves Fufu, except Polo. He loves Fufu too. Do you eat Fufu?
I will eat it. You know what? Because I know how to lose the weight and how...
You know how to balance it. A bit of Fufu and not of soup and
I'll
meat.
do whatever I have to do and then I'll come to my own.
Yes. So it's just making sure you're eating right. Protein, protein, protein.
Yes.
Fiber, fiber, fiber.
When you don't have the carbs continuously for 3 days, the body thinks you're going to die because you haven't had that energy, or you're having meat and things like that in the fats. So, hey, can't let this guy die. So then it starts burning the fat. The fat, when it turns the fat into energy, that's ketone bodies.
Right.
It's called beta hydroxybutyrate.
Hey.
So there are three of them. I'll mention them all. Just call them ketone bodies.
Okay.
In your very ketone bodies. So now, ketone bodies can go straight and power your brain.
Oh.
The brain loves it. The heart loves it. You know, you're full of energy.
Okay.
So you're burning ketones for energy. They say you're in ketosis.
Right.
That's what happens.
Oh, I see. I think that we will go into more of that. You probably go over this in our next, episode. But thank you so much. I think we've had enough.
Yes, yeah. Okay.
Go off and
let's chat.
I think you probably definitely will need to come back to this video. Get your notes, get your notepads. There are some really good information that Paulo has given us today. Paulo has got a Facebook page, which is called If Only Health.
Yes.
If Only Health. He shares a lot of good information.
We have Eggy Monday, Meaty Tuesday, and soups, stews, and salads Tuesdays and Thursday.
And then Sunday is feast.
You can feast on Sunday, but don't
Feast as
not
much.
Right?
Not too much.
So go on that website, the Facebook group page, go join it,
Yes.
and lose the weight.
It's only health.
Yes.
I'll put the link in my description. I am on there as well, and I will see you there. If you have not yet subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? We've got more information coming for you. Paulo is going to come here again because we're going to dive into fitness, we're going to dive into mindset and give you all the information. Thank you so much for joining us. And a very big thank you to you, Paulo.
You're welcome.
Once again, I cannot wait to have you back.
Okay.
Well, my lovelies, you have a fantastic week. I am going to love you and leave you. So for now, it's bye-bye from me and Paulo. Bye.